The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle Show, TV show with yours truly, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And today you are going to meet a woman from South Florida that is on our show. A matter of fact, she is in-house in New Hampshire, and I am so excited. You know, in life, as long as you keep opening up doors that are going to make you be inspired to become everything that you want to become, you are going to meet other like-minded people. And it wasn't too long ago where I had a wonderful phone conversation with our next guest, who I am very blessed to share with you today. And she's all about how to truly understand how to get rid of that stinking thinking. You know, sometimes we are just thinking too hard, we're overthinkers, and then we're listening to other people. Well, our next guest is going to help you understand how to really cleanse your mind and how to stop that thinking, stinking thinking. That's what I'm talking about. Kim Trosper, like prosper, but with a T, is with us today. Please help me welcome Kim to our Happiness Jungle TV show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
I am so excited to be here with you. And I'm excited to help expose you to the world, Kim, because you, from the moment that you said hello to me on the phone, it was probably about, goodness gracious, it's almost 4 or 5 months already, isn't it?
Yes.
My goodness. It feels like just yesterday, huh?
It does. It does.
But the connection through the wavelengths of a telephone is what created our relationship.
Yes. I'm with the Queen of Happiness.
Oh,
Yay!
my goodness, my goodness. Well, thank you so, so much. And coming all the way from Florida, you crazy woman, you.
Yes, I left 82 degrees and now I'm here. Cold and snow, but I'm here with the Queen of Happiness. Yay!
Yeah. And I want you to share with our audience, what are you all about, Kim? How did you come up with this? Get rid of that stinking thinking. It's not working. Share with us, who are you?
Well, I'm a mother of 3. So, over the years, I was a stay-at-home mom, which was great. But I always had a yearning to go to college. And just life happened after I graduated high school, and I thought, I'll go back. And then as the years went by, that stinking thinking kicked in and was like, no, you're too old to go to school. Don't worry about it. It's been too long. You weren't that good at math when you were in school, so how are you going to get through algebra and all that math? You don't remember any of that stuff. So that stinking thinking, it just affected me year after year after year. And so I didn't go back to college. Well, not back. I didn't go to college until I was 40 years old. So that was something big for me. And I finally just said, I'm going to stop listening to that stinking thinking. I can do this. And I did it. So it took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree, but I graduated with my bachelor's.
All right,
so,
congratulations.
Yay,
We'll celebrate that.
Thank you.
And when you talk about, the stinking thinking and all of that negative feedback, was that your own mind playing with you? Because sometimes it's not other people that do it. Sometimes we are our worst enemy,
That
right?
is true.
So share with me, was it outside voices or was it inside voices? Like you got the devil and the angel, right? Sitting on your shoulders. Share with us about that.
No, it was definitely an inside voice, and
Okay.
it was coming from me, about me, and it just wasn't true. I always tell people, what is a belief? A belief is something that you tell yourself over and over and over. So I had told myself for a long time that, no, college is not for you. You can't do it. You got 3 kids. Just go ahead and stay home and with them, for them. Don't worry about going to school. So that was all me. I've really had supportive people in my life.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of me getting out of my own way.
All right. So did you start reading personal development? Did you start working on your inner self?
Yes. I've been listening to Mr. Les Brown.
Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Our Papa Bear.
Yes.
Yes.
For over 25 years.
Hello.
So during that time, it just started giving me the strength that I needed to say, hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
If Mamie Brown's baby boy, could go from where he came from and move on, going to school should not be a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was just not only school. That Stinkin Thinkin was just affecting a lot of things in my life. For years, I wanted to ride a motorcycle, and being a parent of 3 small kids and how dangerous they are.
Yeah.
Everybody said, no, don't ride a motorcycle. It's too dangerous. And I just yearned to ride and want to ride. But my Stinkin Thinkin was like, yeah, they're right. You need to live for your kids. It's dangerous, so don't do it. And once again, I decided enough is enough. So I went out, and now I have 2 motorcycles. And
What kind of
I've been
motorcycles do
riding.
you have?
I have a Honda Shadow, red. My
Hello.
baby. Yes.
Which Honda Shadow?
Honda Shadow 750 Spirit.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so that's my cruiser. And then I have a R6, which is a sport bike.
Now, girlfriend, now you're crazy.
I have my red bike and my blue bike.
Tell me you don't do this.
No.
Okay.
I ride sensibly.
Do you wear a helmet?
I do on my red bike, but no, I'm sorry, I do on the blue bike, but not the red one. But I tell my kids, if something happens to me, know that mama, went out the door doing something that she loved, and that's what life is about.
There you go. Well,
I
congratulations.
live life to the fullest.
Yep. From
Thank
one
you.
biker chick to another
Yay.
biker chick, just ride safely, and especially in
Definitely.
Florida, okay?
Definitely.
Because they're like crazy.
For sure.
They're crazy. My goodness.
Anything past West Palm Beach, you want to pray.
Ooh, big time. On I-95 and and it's dangerous. So please make sure that you're always safe, because you're just such a special gift to us.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So you have done from hobby to profession,
Yes.
been living your dream because
Yes.
you're getting out of your own way with your Stinkin Thinkin.
Yes.
Right. You know what's beautiful is that we have Les Brown in common, but there are many mentors out there that we resonate with. We got Jack Hanfield, we got John Maxwell, we have got how many?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Antonio
Countless.
T. Smith Jr.
I was just going to say, we got Antonio, we got
yes.
Ona Brown. We've got such inspiring goodness. So all I have to share with my audience is that you have to start pouring into yourself the belief for you to become everything you want to be and do.
Yes, because dreams do come true.
Dreams do
And if
come
you think you
true.
can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't.
That's true.
So it all starts up here. It's very important to nurture our brains and, watch what we're thinking, watch what we're speaking.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And now you're in the business of coaching and mentoring others.
Yes.
And I'm watching you grow.
Yes.
And, that's like one of the things about my show that I want people to know about you, because in this wonderful world of ours, of cyberspace, you get to connect with clients from all over the world that will gravitate towards you.
Yes.
And that's what's so important to me about this show, is I want to expose you to the world, because I'm watching what you're doing for others, and I'm watching them be uplifted, and I hear their voices, and I'm watching you. I'm stalking you, my girlfriend, on Facebook and on all these other social media, and how much light you're bringing to others, because you're starting to live what I believe is part of your dream. Because when you could help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Yes.
Isn't that the truth?
And the Queen of Happiness, I have to tell this story. After speaking with you on the phone, you sent me a card from the Happiness Jungle, and it was the best card ever. I opened it up, and when I say it made me immediately happy, and not only were your words kind, I have to say, you put these little hearts in there. And these hearts, I don't know if you can see them, dropped out, and I was like, oh my. And I just had the best feeling. They say you might not remember what people say to you, but you remember how they make you feel. And this was over the top for me. And I fell in love with the card. I fell in love with the words. I fell in love with the hearts. And I fell in love with you.
Oh, amen.
And I have to
you.
say, you inspired so many people. You did a video about a month ago about laughter. And we know the importance of laughter. It boosts your immune system, makes you feel good. And I knew someone that was going through a hard time. And I shared that 60-second video. And the amazing feedback that I received from her about you just made me feel good, made her feel good. And I'm sure without you knowing it, it made you feel good too. So we touched so many people, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
So I bought you a little gift.
Oh, stop it. I love presents. Don't we love presents? We love presents.
Because they make you feel good.
Oh, my God. I know. You can't see it, but it's a happy mug. Hello. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You are delicious. You are. You know,
I
wow.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, and I appreciate the work that you do. And I love how you say your words because they affect others. And it really doesn't matter how old, but when we talk about branding ourselves, right?
Yes.
And putting ourselves out there, we always really gravitate towards some kind of a demographic. Who is your audience?
Well, women especially,
Yeah.
because I believe that we need to know and remember that we are worthy. We're worthy to have what we want in life. We're worthy to do what we want in life. We're worthy to be loved. And a lot of times we forget that because we're so busy with taking care of kids and taking care of, if we're in a relationship, sometimes we give too much.
Yeah.
So we need to remember that it's okay to be selfish. And I'm good at that. But it makes a big difference in your life.
Yes, it does.
And some of my background is I worked in substance abuse for over 5 years. And that's a difficult atmosphere to be in.
Yes.
And so for me, I like to see progress and a lot of positiveness.
Yeah.
And a lot of times once you get there, you've hit rock bottom. That's what they feel like anyway. But as Les Brown says, if you can look up, you can get up.
Yeah.
So working in that environment and meeting some amazing people, I learned so much about myself, but also hearing that everybody has a story. So I wanted to do something that would make them feel a little better. They were there for 4 weeks. That's not a lot of time, but so I designed a program of different, it started with Motivational Mondays, and it became such a hit, they wanted me to do it more and more and more. So I had different activities, like in the toolbox, as you might say, that they could pull upon to make them feel better. And I actually started seeing progress, and it made me feel good, and I said, I think I have something here. So that's where I really started with women. They were so beautiful, but we've all done things that we're not proud of.
Yeah.
And they would just beat themselves up so much. And I'm like, that's the past. Live for today, and look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
All that, it doesn't matter. So I work with women mainly just to let them know that it's okay to say no, you have a voice, we're worthy. So in 2015, when I got out of the field, I started a mentorship program for girls ages 12 to 17. And I started with 11 girls.
Wow.
And it was just amazing to see the transformation. So that's what, resonates with me, is helping women.
Share with me, because we have audiences that are families, and we've got moms sitting on the couch, and their children are going through the substance abuses.
Yes.
And the mother doesn't know what to do. I was speaking to a woman just the other day, because I also mentor. I could cry. It was very heartfelt when I had to tell the mother, because I know from experience alcoholism in the family and how important it is for you to get yourself to a support group that's called Al-Anon, so you could become stronger and understand that the way you think you're helping, you're hurting.
Yes.
And you're hurting you, and you're just like in that prison. Can you share a little bit about that? Because I want everybody to realize that they have a support system, but we're in it together as a team.
Yes. Well, and it's very true. For families, And a lot of times when the clients would come to us, some of their families were done with them. They didn't want to have anything else to do with them. So that's also hard for the client because they need support at that time, if no other time. But they've done so many things, and the families are tired. They think that they're not going to change. They think that it's not worth it. So it happens on both ends.
Yeah.
But what I would suggest for the families is just sometimes you have to say no.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. And a personal experience for me is I'm also an adoptive parent, and I adopted 2 of my 3 children, and one of those adoptions didn't go so well. And when I look back and I think about a lot of things that I could have done differently, and one is I know from being a parent you want to help your child and save them, but I actually saved him too many times. And I should
That's
have.
what I want to talk about.
Yes, I should have, and I learned from it. You have to just let them make their own choices.
Right.
They're old enough, and life is about choices. So your choices today create your tomorrow. And it's hard to sit back and see the mistakes and know that they're making them, but it's their mistakes to make. It's their life.
Right.
So that will be big. It's just learning to say no, and it's going to hurt, but stand firm and set boundaries.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Right. And don't do it alone. Go to the support groups that are in your area.
Yes.
They're all over.
Because there's many more people who feel the same.
NA, AA. I mean, they are just an abundance of help for each side of this progression, right?
Yes.
And you know what I find interesting is that the abuser, whether it's an alcoholic, whether it's drug abusers, you know, they're always looking at it like they're the victims.
Yes.
And it's not up to the family to keep on living their lives and being penalized for the poor choices, and they want to be supportive. So everybody needs to go, you know, to where they need to go so they could take ownership.
Yes.
Isn't ownership big?
Yes, it is.
On all counts.
It'll set you free.
It'll set you free. Stinkin Thinkin.
Yes.
You know, for the parents and the families that think that they could keep on saving and saving and saving, isn't that stinkin' thinking?
It is. It is.
And for the user, and they just keep on thinking that they hit rock bottom, and then all of a sudden, no, I don't have a challenge because they've been clean and sober for just days or a week or 2 weeks.
Yes.
So they're no longer going to their meetings, and the family's like, well, should we still go? You still go because you take ownership, because that's going to give you the strength so the next time that person hits rock bottom,
you'll be able to help them better.
Yeah.
Because you helped yourself. So that's very important.
Do you help families with this transition?
When I worked in substance abuse, I did, yes, but now that I'm out on my own, not so much.
Okay.
So it's there, but it's not what I specialize in.
That's right.
So
That's right. But it's a part of you.
yes, it is.
And the reason that you're able to help so many people is because you're the kind of a woman that whatever you're teaching and preaching, it's because you pretty much lived it.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
You're the real deal. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
So when it comes to today, fast forward,
Okay.
because you are one of the most inspiring, pleasant mentors and coaches that I have met.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. I could listen to you forever.
Well, my life has definitely changed in the last few months, and it's been awesome. I have no complaints.
That's right. And change has to start sometime, so why not right now and today?
That is true.
Right? What's your website? People got to go and see who you are.
I'll make this real easy. It's www.kimtrosper.com.
Huh. Very simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name. Yes.
Yep. So do you also do coaching long distance? Do you
I
do
do.
Skype and Zoom and all the
Yes.
social media good stuff too?
Yes. Do it via telephone, in person, or Zoom, actually. So
Yeah, I enjoy Zoom.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just a great way to connect, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So if any of you are feeling Kim, I am encouraging you. I am encouraging you to contact her and have a conversation with her. And if you resonate with her, she could just be the answer to your prayers. Huh.
I appreciate that.
You're the answer to my prayers. Huh.
You're so sweet.
No, it's true. And here I am, you know, when you go and you see her on Facebook, if you friend her, you're going to see her swinging on a swing. Oh my God.
I like to have fun.
She likes to play in parks. She likes to be childlike, not childish. I say
Yes.
childlike, and that's very important.
It is. It is.
Yep.
It makes you feel good because what are kids? When you were a kid, you had fun.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we get adults, then we forget about the fun, and I like to keep the fun.
Right,
So.
right.
And I'm having fun in New Hampshire in the snow and the cold.
She's so crazy. She's so crazy.
But Florida, here I come.
Oh my God, it's cold in Florida too.
It's not as cold as here, so.
All righty then. That is so funny. I could see you just being down there like doing a snow angel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the world is getting wackier. There's no doubt about it, whether it's the weather or whether it's the way that the politicians are running the country. Maybe it hasn't changed and it's just more wackier. But there are people out there that, for whatever reason, I don't think that the economy is so bad anymore as it was with unemployment. I think that if more people raise their hands and stop, holding up signs, that they'll be able to get what they want. Some of the best places that I learned how to become somebody of importance was at a job that I felt like was just, I got to do this just to bring in the money, working at a gas station on a register just so I could put chicken on the table. But what they taught me was people skills.
Yes.
And then what happened is that because I was smiling and always joyful, it opened up new relationships. And there could have been a CEO of a company that was paying for their gas. And just because I said something, he said, "Would you be interested?"
Yes.
I can't believe this is your talent. There's no way that you're at a gas station for the rest of your life. And I was so happy that he saw that in me because he was right. I was at that gas station because I needed to be to put chicken on the table for my baby. It's in my book, Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors. Okay. So how many places have you been that you didn't want to be, but now when you look back, you're like, there was purpose. So, right?
Of course, a lot of places.
So share that with me, and forgiveness and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because this plays into your world.
It does. Sorry, what was the question?
How? That's good stuff. How does your past equal value into your today? For those jobs that you might have done that you're like, I can't stand what I'm doing.
Yes. Well, I will say, and I'll use the substance abuse. That was,
Yeah.
I struggled in that field. I went to school originally to be a mental health therapist, and then I ended up in the substance abuse field. And what I know today is that was one of the best things that could have happened to me. But when I was going through it, every day was a battle because I was hearing a lot of stories, depressing stories, and it was bothering me. School did not teach me what I was learning in those rooms with real people.
Right.
And one very significant story that actually changed my life, if I may tell you, if I may
Please
share.
do.
There was a young man, and he was in his young 20s. He was early 20s. And he was there in the program, and most of his life he had been in prison. So he had that prison mentality. And something triggered him one night, and he got into an altercation with another client. So somebody had to leave, and unfortunately his insurance wasn't as good as the other person, so it was him. Mm-hmm. And so, he went wild, and he just kept saying, "Kim, call the police on me, call the police on me." And I wouldn't do it because I knew that that's what he wanted, to go back to his comfort zone, but I just felt like that wasn't what he needed at the time. So as he was just angry and everybody was trying to figure out what to do with him, and in school they teach you to have those boundaries and not be too personable.
Right.
So what happened, and I could see the fear in him, and I just told everybody, leave him alone, he's afraid. And when I said that, he broke down, and he needed a hug.
Yeah.
And I held his hands, and I didn't give him a hug, I held his hands, and he cried, and he cried, and he cried. And that affected me because I knew he needed a hug, and because of what I learned in school, I didn't give him a hug.
Right.
And so I didn't call the police on him. He didn't have any money. I knew not to give him any money because he would go use.
Yep.
So he didn't have anywhere to go. We couldn't find a place for him. So what I suggested is he went to Walmart, stayed, they're open 24 hours a day. I said, take your suitcase, hide it, stay in Walmart. In the morning, call me. I promise I will find a place for you to go.
Wow.
The morning, I didn't hear from him. The next day, I didn't hear from him. I'm so upset. About 3 days later, I learned that he had overdosed.
Oh,
And when I say that shook me to my core,
yeah.
from that day on, I decided I don't care who you are, where I'm at, what I'm doing. If I know somebody needs a hug, they're going to get a hug.
Yeah, yeah.
And that just because it could have been my child, I could have been the last person that, did something for
Right.
that young man, and I didn't do it. But that changed my life for the better.
Huh.
And I've never, ever let something like that, whether stinking thinking or rules
Right.
get in the way of somebody needing a hug.
That's right.
So we all need them at times, and I'm there.
Yes, you are.
That's why I like the love.
I know you do. I know you do. And I honestly, I hope that people reach out to you. I hope that women reach out to you that feel like they're just stuck because you have those words of wisdom and the hugs.
Yes.
And the virtual hugs. I feel your virtual hugs all the time.
Yes. And the tools that we need to get us away from that stinking thinking and do things to, when you learn to love yourself from within,
Yeah.
you won't do things that hurt yourself from, the outside, whether it's drugs or bad relationships or, unhealthy relationships or whatever it may be. So
Yeah.
that's where love yourself first.
That's right.
So,
right.
and my saying is we were meant to fly, and that's first, love yourself.
Wow. See?
That has changed my life and many other women's lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you now also doing one-on-one consultations? Are you doing group consultations?
Right now I do one-on-one.
I like
and then
that.
I'm starting my speaking career.
Yes,
so
you are.
That's been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I've mentored a few people, so everything's working out really well.
Are you going to be traveling more?
Yes, I love to travel.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Will your
2018
travel
is booking up.
Ooh, will your travel calendar be on your website?
No, it's not at this time.
But it will be
Eventually.
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 And how do people stay in touch with you?
www.kimtrosper.com.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman here, she's got some great suggestions, some great tips. She's amazing. The things that she has gone through, she could help you get through. She can make sure that you're not raising dependent people, but you all are gaining great strength because of the tough love. Hugging,
Yes.
right?
It's all about the love.
Tough love hugging. Sometimes you just got to be, and other times you want to be. So with that, everybody, I never said that life was easy, but I did say that you could be happier. Can you believe we're out of time? Was that quick or was that quick?
It was quick.
It was quick. It was quick. Everybody,
Thank you so much.
absolutely get in touch with Kim and just share a chat with her. She just could change everything that's going on in your world and change that stinking thinking to some rose pedaling where it's sweet surrender. There you go, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lyn-Dee.
You are awesome.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.